Welcome to Live Drum Practice. My name's Luke with musicbythemeasurespro.com. Become a member at our website. You get sheet music resources monthly, new tabs written every week, bi-weekly now we're mostly at. Request songs, we'll write the transcription for you guys. I know that sometimes sheet music's hard to find the right tab or even a good quality piece of sheet music to teach with your students or learn on your own. Try to specialize in just having higher quality sheet music. This is day 6 of working on Ghostbusters by Ray Parker Jr. Let's just jump in. We got up to 102 yesterday and I felt pretty good about that. We're going to start a little slow today. Just work up our tempo. This is the drum fill right before the first verse. Let's just do hands only. Megatron, how's your day going, my guy? You still busy at work? It is. So Megatron and I are both in Michigan, so we're enjoying, hopefully you're enjoying some of this awesome sun that we're getting in late October. Early October. It's October 9. Till Friday, dude. We got like 2 good weeks of actually I think by the forecast we have 3 great weeks of weather. Very much using this right now, just kind of like get some juices flowing, get some blood flowing in the limbs. There might not be enough blood left in me right now. just speeding this up. Trying to do a lighter practice today. We'll see what it comes at. A little sloppy on those eighth notes for sure, but we'll just keep speeding it up a little bit. So I wanted to sound that crisp. All those 16th notes are getting represented really well, but when I put my foot in, I get a little sloppy on that. And sometimes just completely sloppy. Do you have a feeling like with just where I'm at with like my practice today? This will be like get it up to speed, be okay with sloppy, work on some other sections, come back to it. Oftentimes, and I'm the worst at this, is like I just like, all right, I'm just gonna keep on powering through this even though it's shit right now. Sometimes you gotta pick to power through. Sometimes like work on a different section. Let this idea kind of like warm your brain to it. That's what a warm up should be. We're going to take that idea to heart. We're going to move on. We already got this verse beat, which is the main beat throughout the entire song. So if you got this up to speed, it's good. You can screw around, put some other drum fills in throughout. Let's keep this 107. We got this part up to that speed. Let's just warm up at, let's do it like a 90. Yeah, let's do 90. So the 1 and 2 and... and 4 and 1, 2. Pushing through stuff today. All right, 96. very easy for me to rush these 16th notes and get a little sloppy at it. Like that became more of a flam than it was the 16th note. We'll go for a new record, 109. So it's 6 away from full speed. I like all the different tempo markings throughout. It does gamify your practice though. It lets you know, like, hey, I played this at 107. It was halfway decent. I'm gonna beat it with 109. It makes your practice like a video game. Sketchy, but let's go full speed. So have to maintain that and not rush the 16th notes. Put that open hi-hat in the wrong spot. Glim, if I can play drums, you can play drums. I'm 40, 41. It took me a long. Well, I'm not a good drummer by any means. I've taught more drum lessons than I've put hours in practice, which is not a great thing to. I shouldn't brag about that. But my guy, Glim, you totally can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. A drum set is key, but if you don't have money for a drum set, get drumsticks and a practice pad. Start with that. Hit me up. We'll chat. Tell you what to work on. So 115 was okay. Gotta really watch those 16th notes. Oh, bro, you can play drum set really quickly then. Oftentimes I'll have students that come in and they want to learn a little bit of practice pad and they're entering percussion. And I get them playing drum set really quickly because they already have a fundamental skill set. I have a little girl right now that I'm teaching. She's probably like 11 or 12. And she does so great on the kit because we're just adding like one thing. We're taking that practice pad and moving it to different ideas. And then what I try to do in my lesson quite a bit is take the drum set to the practice pad, take the practice pad to the drum set. And this going back and forth really helps them like, oh, I'm doing the same thing. If I have these rudiments and I have this understanding, I can move it to the drum set. So, dude, you're light years ahead of everyone else. 2, 3, 4. So by no means do I feel like that's smooth. Let's go to 119. Do a couple at that. We definitely know that we got this up to full speed, which by the end of, so today's Wednesday, hopefully by Saturday, I'll be doing some tracking on this. Where I'll start actually like doing an acoustic guitar part first and start laying down this beat throughout. So like my main goal between now and Saturday or Sunday is just get a good idea of these sections. You know, if I can start putting these whole sections together, then it'll be easier for tracking. four tracking. So Glim is 34. He played marching snare when he was in high school. 34, high school. It's only a couple years away. But dude, just grab it. Seriously, go to Craigslist, or Craigslist barely exists anymore. Go to Facebook Marketplace and just buy a $200, $300 drum set that sucks. Start practicing on it. Start learning stuff. I have a couple videos where I break down, like, I teach everyone this. Well, there's foot hi-hat in there, but... Glim, it really won't be. Like, just do it, my guy. You will not regret it. Especially, like, as a good hobby. Just, having a basement room or a room where you can set up a drum set and just, like, ignore everyone else for a while. But yeah, dude, like, your foot stuff will come very quickly. You'll be surprised. And dude, everything that I'm playing is, and I didn't do marching band. I should have. I would have been way better as a musician if I would have been a little bit more serious in high school. So dude, yeah, just get it. The foot stuff will come. The left foot is worse for me than anything else. But yeah, you'll get it. You'll be fine. You'll get it. If you want to do it, do it. All right, let's do a couple 119s. Now, that was sloppy, but I planned on it being sloppy. Let's go back to 115 and see if I can settle in, and probably just needs a little bit more work. I'm going to give everything like a, if I hit a B minus today on everything, I'll be pretty happy. All right, these drum fills. Again, we got these up to full speed the other day. Probably just like one more day of, I don't know, starting at like 90. Actually, let's do 85. I like to rush this 16th note right here. Now, this is my lack of sticking. Just maintaining control as I speed up to the 115 is difficult for me. So we got this beat. So let's go closer to that tempo that I was just playing. Let's try 75. Just like a chill. Just getting all the motions down. So I can focus on, I don't know, the rhythm. Three and 40 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 40 and 1. And 2 and 3 and 40 and 1 and so you can hear I have a little bit of space between the end of 4 and the 1. I just keep on rushing that through a little bit. It's kind of might be my heavily caffeinated morning. Let's actually go to the other drum fill a minute. Glim. Have you seen those practice? Just Google. I'm not telling you what to do with your life, dude. I would just sit and told this to students, and they're waiting to get a drum set. Kid that's waiting for Christmas, which will come in a couple months. Even if you could set something, dude, if you could set a practice pad up and start marching, I mean, you already know that, right? And just keep your eighth notes going 1 and 2 and 3. So this is my practice pad. And you start just putting your foot into action. I'm actually going to leave the kick drum. 1 and 2 and... Like, that's enough to get started. Start doing that. Start listening to a song that you like and start figuring out what the kick drum pattern might be. Or even, dude, just jam along with this. This would make a lot of sense too. And better than jamming along with a live like this, go grab one of the loops that I've made for something. Just start practicing. Especially if you live in an apartment, your neighbors will love this stomping sound. I've heard that anyway. Neighbors love that stuff. They love when a drummer moves in. All right, let's jump down on this one too. Let's just save that because I have a terrible memory, and I'll forget that I've done this at full speed. Let's try 90 because this one's a little bit easier. Still have to remember the differences between the two, even though this one's easier. I think I put the kick in. See, now you guys are making me feel bad. I have enough space for a drum set. But I have to work long hours at another job to pay to keep the lights on, as I say. And I live alone, so it's another advantage. Don't have anyone to bug. It's good and bad. Megatron, we still need to have you over here with Tim sometime. Him and his kid will be coming in the next month to jam, so maybe you should stop by if you're free. Love to see the drum set, the setup that we have here. Do I recommend a certain grip for practicing drum set? I love traditional grip, and my right hand is German grip. Bro, I'd practice what you know. There's no reason. I don't have great hands. I was a guitarist. I am a guitarist. I'm not even that great at that. I have a little bit of imposter syndrome. That's part of what this series is about. It should be named Imposter Syndrome. I taught for 20-odd years on instruments that I had no right teaching. I say that, but at the same time, like I was teaching anywhere from the youngest, the 5-year-old. I had 4-year-old students at point, all the way up to 50 and 60. And, you know, I don't think you have to have, as a teacher, you have to know everything. It doesn't hurt. Like I learned alongside my students and got good through doing that. But there were a lot of like fundamental stuff that I have issues with. To answer your actual question, Glim, sorry, I went on a tangent. Play the sticking, you know, nothing wrong with that. If you have a mixed grip thing going on, dude, that's awesome. It's never gonna hurt anybody. You know, do you have a good molar? My right hand's halfway decent. I'm probably doing some things wrong. My left hand is shit. I actually spend time every morning. I wish I would do it at night as well. Just working on my left hand right now. I'm trying to resolve some issues with that. So pick a grip that you know. Just practice. Just put a metronome on and start playing something. Put a song on and start learning something. That's more important than don't fall into my pattern. This is where I can teach from experience. Just practice. Just play. Just have fun. Just learn. And give shits less. Just start doing it. Even like this. Like this is day 6 of me learning a song that in my mind isn't that impossible to play. You just keep working it. Day 7's going to be better. Day 8's going to be better. Bro, yeah. So the drummer in my band, if you want to check out our latest song, check out the YouTube video because you'll see my drummer. He's got amazing hands. Like every once in a while, we'll hang out on Wednesdays. We always hang out on Wednesdays. Every once in a while, we'll fall down a pattern where we just talk about his hand grip. Dom Fulmer, I'm going to slaughter his last name. Just type in Dom Moeller technique. That's the guy that really, I don't know, worked with a lot of high-end drummers and teaches the Moeller very well. That's really what I was trying to say about that. But yeah, bro, just play. Have fun. Like, make it fun. And then find some goals. That's why I like these metronomes, you know. It tells me, hey, I can play this at 90 BPM, great. I can play this at 115, great. So it's checking it off the pattern. And then for me, it's doing a recording project with these songs that will help give me a goal, a finite goal. And after a couple of years of doing this on all instruments, then, then I'll figure out something else to do. Glim, what I think would be really fun, though, is send a video of where you're at right now. Play your practice pad and lay down a beat. I'd love to see it. Link below. There's an email address below. You can contact me in anything that I can help you out with. Gladly help. I'm somewhat responsible and respond, but not always. Oh, yeah. Well, bro. So look at Dom. He does one of his videos. He does a great breakdown. So Glim says it's interesting how freeform drum set play is. Now you say that you watch the greats. It's free form, but it's like free form within these restrictions. Not even restrictions, not the right way to say. Free form inside of a form, right? They make it look so natural. But yes, marching is super strict, almost military-like, because it came from that school, right? It came from a military-esque. I mean, like, so if you read the book Stick Control, the guy was watching. I think this was the Civil War. Yeah, Civil War era. Was it Civil War? War. Definitely war era. And he was studying these drummers that would play all day, and he learned from them the Moeller technique, and wrote Stick Control, which is like, I don't know, we at some point need to check how old that book is, because it's older than shit. But that stuff still holds true today. That's why it's so important. And why, even in my own practice, so I'm like, play, have fun, because I want to get you hooked. Not on these lesson videos, because they're not that great, but on playing and having fun, because it's what I enjoy, what I love to do. And you don't have to be great to do it. Oh, yeah. Dude, I was rambling. Check out Higher Ground. Watch my drummer. Higher Ground, Lamech is the band. Check out our drummer. Great stick control. Great movement. Hopefully there's enough drum shots in the music video, because it's not all about him. But check it out. And that's a kid. He's like a little younger than me. Just great hands, great control, and moves around the drum set. And you see him use different grips throughout. I'm not stalling practicing, but Glim's chatting and Megatron's chatting. So, and every once in a while, it's nice to have a break. I took an interest in Moeller because I wanted to start working on techniques that take advantage of momentum instead of straining my wrist. 100%, my guy. Doing the same, and kind of what I was just saying, like try to incorporate some of that into your playing. The long-term goal is it takes over your playing, but right now it's like these two divergent paths that are somewhat going to meet in the middle. All right, we're about 35, 40 minutes left, so we're going to rock. At 90 BPM. Nothing says rock and roll like 90. 3 and 4 and. Almost nothing in my life makes me as happy as playing a beat or playing something on guitar. So that's why I can just sit here for hours and zone out, have fun, learn something new, chat with Megatron, chat with Glim. Let's just get this going, because we can play this one. All right. No, we don't have to get that up to full speed. We should probably get that one up to full speed, but we're going to move on. This is at 95. Let's jump down to 80. So let's keep the 95, make my own rules, following my own rules, which is the hardest thing for me to do. Let's jump in at 80. And all these are playing off a similar idea. So here's the great thing. You learn one idea. You're just kind of like moving this idea over and over again. So here's the drum fill. This one gets me, though, because he's going to that flam on the mid-tom. So it's flam and... Bro, jazz drumming is the next level. I don't think I'll ever get there. Totally check it out, though. Dude, and even some of those small Gretsch kits, I really wanted one when I owned a studio. They're these really small, compact kits down the road. That'd be great for you. Those practice pad drum sets are awesome because you actually get, like, levels to your playing. So it does feel like you're moving around on the drum set. And, dude, those are so small. Fit in a nice little corner. Oh, dude, for sure. I mean, you see all kind of grips, but yes, in jazz you'll see that more often. But dude, do what you want. There's nobody that's saying. I mean, yes, if you want to go play tomorrow in a professional jazz band, they might be like, well, what's this guy doing? Why is he playing like that? Playing a jazz hybrid band would be fine. Jazz purists are probably crying, but let them cry. Brain gave out on that one. Let's just go back to our 95. For whatever reason, this snare roll, which really shouldn't screw me up, does. So it's the same thing. Slow it down just a little bit. Let's do 75. Again, this should not be that hard, but either the kick on the 4 messes me up or something does, or just playing 16th notes straight and not sucking. My problem that I can tell is I just want to rush through those 16th notes. I want to pay no attention to spacing. It doesn't work too well, especially in drums. even though that's not great, let's get up to our 85, and then we're gonna go back to all these sections. You know, this is what practice looks like for me. Practice for you might look different. We all learn different. Sometimes I'm like, what am I trying to play? All right, let's go for some new speeds. Hit this one a minute, and then we'll go to the beginning. All right, probably enough of that. Just trying to get that kick not to be sloppy, either of these, and not try to slash where the one is. It's not the right term, but all right, let's jump into this at 96. We're gonna go back from hands, feet, hands, feet, hands, feet, hands, feet, hands, feet, hands, feet, together. Feels fast, so 102 is going to be sloppy. Let's go to 105. Bro, if you're trying to play along right now, bro, I'd pick a easier video, and a lot of times what I do is I do drum loops and I do slow. But I kind of get it. It helps when I accent the 16ths where the kicks are. It helps me feel the kick. Then I remember dude, that's a great way to do it. It's learning these little tricks, and you start learning these little tricks of, like, you know, even this 1, 2, 3, and 4, getting used to where that kick drum's gonna go. Now, if I was a better drummer and had a better rhythm ownership, I could put those 16th notes in right away. Now, that will come in time, right? Much like you removing those accents, I'm sure every once in a while. This is super tame, right? Super tame is in, like, I don't know. This is pretty tame. Which also shows you, like, where I have to go as a drummer. If this is tame, shit's gonna get harder. For me and for you. But yeah, taking away stuff, putting stuff back in is one of the best things that you can do, and just to hear where that rhythm. One of the reasons why this is one of the best things, not one of the best things to practice with, is I talk too much. So we're gonna. Well, we already beat our record, so I'm fine with that. I'm fine with 105 being a little sloppy today. All right, don't need to hit that beat. So kind of like checking these off. If they're at full speed, I'm gonna leave them alone. Let's jump into this rhythm. Let's go a little faster. For sure, my guy. The nice thing on this song, you got a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4. One of the things that I like to practice before I do these, I try to wake up in the morning and do my 7 minutes of some practice on drums, bass, and or drums, guitar, and vocals. But to practice like triplets a lot. So like for you, obviously you don't have a drum set yet, but even just going on the floor and going triple or triplet, 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 triplet. Get a metronome. Just get used to tapping your foot in that. Then what I like to do is go triplet, 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 and then triplet, triplet. Just start counting shit out, put a metronome to it, start kind of seeing where you're at timing wise. I like writing that stuff down because it's kind of a motivational factor of like, shit, I started this the other day at 50, now I'm at 60. Let's hit 100. Triplets and fivelets, my guy. So Glim says triplets are awesome. I agree. It's one of the best things that has changed the way that I think about music. And I need to incorporate more of it into my practice. So Glim says triplets are awesome. I learned an exercise that alternates between triplets and fivelets. That would be a good exercise. Feels like things speed up and slow down, but the tempo never changes. Love, dude. Also, which is probably why you like jazz drumming. But yes, I agree. Especially stuff that like we're so used to 4. So when you start bringing in triplets and then you take the triplets out, you're like, I understand 1, 2, 3, 4 better. Kind of a weird way to say that, but yeah. Let's go 106. So Glenn, I gotta ask you, I'm curious. So what's your ambition? Do you want to play drums in a band? Do you want to write your own music? Like, what's your end goal of playing drums? Don't feel like we're losing anything by speeding it up, so. Bro, that's like a very good ambition. So Glim says, my goal is to keep a piece of my childhood and act through adulthood. Dude, just do it. I often ask myself why I'm playing. And it's some of that same that first time you heard a great song on the radio and you're like, what's going on there? Like, what are they playing? How do all those pieces fit to make something magical? Dude, that's a lot of stuff from our childhood. We stop for some reason, and we do need healthy outlets. We totally do, including me. This is one of them. So. Yeah, let's do this one. We'll speed this up to 110 though. Bro, anything that brings you joy is something you got to spend time on and make room for. And I know it's not always easy, and I struggle with that as well. But if you figure it out, it's part of being happy and healthy. All right, I'm just avoiding these other measures that haven't gotten close to full speed, so let's spend a little time on these. 3, 3, and oh, bro, Tool. That's some. Dude, that's over my head for sure. Danny Carey, I think. Yeah. So Glim says he likes the band Tool. Gives you a sense of awe. Yeah. But I still go back to the classics. Like I grew up on the Beatles. I love them. Still think Ringo's an amazing drummer. I know he gets some shit every once in a while, but I think he's the drummer that fits the song. It's the songwriter drummer, I think is a great way to say it. And he came up with some really great and inventive beats. The other day, my niece was absolutely amazed by the double stroke roll. That was what also made me take an interest in drumming. She is now in music classes and hopes she takes drumming all the way. Bro, awesome. Dude, I often wonder, probably for a while there, I was teaching 60 students a week. And I kind of think that same thing. You know, I did that for like 10 years, ran a music studio, and I saw a lot of kids that were like, dude, they're going to do something with this. And that's cool. And it's a motivational thing for us. Now, I'm being a little selfish and want to just spend time on my own and practice. So I think there's a time and place for everything. But yeah, dude, like you might have just inspired her to be a drummer. She might be the next greatest, or she might just find the same passion the way that you did. And that's enough. All right, let's go to this one that I think is a bitch. Let's go to 95. Just got to watch these 16th notes. Yeah, I don't have anything to say about it. I just have to do it. sounding better though. All right, got like 10 minutes or so left. I guess we should get this up faster. Oof, 105 was a little shit, but let's try it. Actually, let's go to 109. Okay, so not completely fine with the metronome, but it's at least I'm not like pulling in all this tension that I had before. So Glim says, and ideally, so okay, here's what he says though. She said she made the same surprise face. I can't read. I made so many years ago when I learned the sticks are actually using rebound and bouncing similar to basketballs. I often use that idea of basketball. Now I can get a decent rebound on my right hand. My left hand just needs a lot of work, which is why in my own practice, like I spend 7 minutes now on just left hand. Figure like if I can bring my left hand up to serviceable, it makes like this beat way easier. I'm not having any drag. I'm not bringing in that tension by trying to force my way through it. All right, let's do a couple more. 109, or let's do 109. So, all right, all of those have been bad, but let's see if we can see if we can keep doing bad at full speed, which is part of the process. Dude, never just ignore match grip. Ignore match grip until you need it. There's nothing wrong with that. I'll have left-handers come in and they maybe have played a little bit before. Yeah, just trying to relate to that. They'll come in, use their left hand, and they'll play more open-handed throughout. I'm like, that's fine. Whatever's more natural for you right away. Just don't fall down the same path of like spending hours researching. Just fucking start practicing. Yeah. If I would have had the attitude that I have now, I've been doing these for the last 10 years, and even in the last year that I've done these have helped me tremendously grow. It's part of that. It's not fun. Like growing is not fun. It's not fun to have people watch it. It's not fun to know what's bad, especially when you know what's bad. And at the same time, like you're judging yourself. Just fucking shut everything off. Shut the world off. Focus on one thing. Get better at it. Move to the next thing. right, you guys all heard how terrible that was. Let's slow it back down to let's do 107 and see if I can make a decent approach versus this really rushy and hitting hard and sloppy. My brain might be falling apart. And also know when to call it quits. All right, I got like 5 minutes left. Let's just hit one more thing. Let's do this guy a couple more times and just end on a good note. And knowing that tomorrow I just have to hit that. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it would be similar to that, right? All right, let's do this one. All right, full speed on that. Good. Feeling good about that. Hence my good. Let's speed this up a little bit. All right, I'm having brain farts. All right, a couple more of that, and then we'll call it. Well, we might as well go fast for that. This one's really nice for moving around the kit like that, which I'm not completely comfortable with, but it's fun. It's funner when it happens. have to run, otherwise I'm going to be late for a lesson. Thanks for checking us out. Glim, thanks for the comments. Megatron, thanks for the comments. Hope to check you guys out soon. And I'll check out your YouTube channel or send me anything, and I'll gladly check it out. Just practice. All right.